Hey everybody, Tim here with today's review of Doctor Who story number 105, City of Death. I actually really enjoyed this one, at least the first part. Like, it's only 4 episodes, but I can tell you, like, the first few of them are great, and then the ending kind of peters out a little bit. But, like, the whole opening scene with just the landscape and the ship and the alien, the Scaroth, I think is what his name was. Like, it was so well done. And you can clearly tell they kind of upped the budget a little bit, or they got new animators or something. But it's really, really well done. I really enjoyed it. So this story sees the return of the amazing actor Julian Glover. He has actually been in Doctor Who before, way back in the Crusade. So, I mean, this story came out in 1979. The last time he was in Doctor Who was 1965. So that's awesome. And then the kind of the funny thing is, to be honest with you, I know Julian Glover more in, like, after even this. Like I said, this came out in 79. And he goes on to be in Indiana Jones. Oh, God, what else does he do? James Bond, even Game of Thrones. Like, the guys are Star Wars. Like, the guy's around in a lot of stuff. But it's even after this. So I think that's kind of interesting. So we go through this. This is the first time that I can remember they actually say Time Lady, because it's when they're in the diner and Tom Baker says it. He's like, oh, well, he's never drawn a Time Lady or whatever. Because in the previous episodes, even when they're referring to women, they have referred to them as Time Lords. So that was kind of interesting. And that whole time loop with the crack in time, because the guy's trying to draw Romana and she turns to look and he like throws it on the ground. Like, I don't know if it's because it's the 70s or because it's France or what it is, but I was like, that guy's a pretentious dick. Like, I don't know. He put me in a bad mood. But throughout the story, I was fine. Throughout the story, we realize that Scaroth is like the last of his people and he has been splintered in time. And so he went back, one of his pieces, there's 7 of them, has gone back in time, or no, there's 12 of them. But one of them is in the same time period as Leonardo da Vinci, and he's making him draw like 6 Mona Lisas. And so then there's the original, so there's 7 Mona Lisas total. So that way they can steal the original and then sell them to a bunch of people and get a whole lot of money. And it's kind of a complicated story because there's 12 of them splintered through time and all that, but they can still kind of communicate. But it's a really well done story. I really kind of enjoyed it. Romana mentions that she's 125, which, to be honest with you, the first time we saw Romana, she mentioned her age, and I've already forgotten what it was. So I was like, is that keeping with the continuity? I don't even know anymore. And so, like, the Doctor going back in time to see Leonardo da Vinci can, like, almost talk to 2 of these splinters at the same time. This is actually one of those stories. It's only 4 episodes, and they could have drawn it out. Like, he mentions there's 12 different versions of him throughout time. I wouldn't have mind seeing a few more. Like, where are these other ones? Because this one has the idea to do the whole Mona Lisa thing. Like, what are the other ones doing? Or even at the very least, like, to see Julian Glover appear again in a different season, different story, everything. But, like, the Doctor's walking through and he's like, is there another one of you? And, like, just this guy just spread all throughout time, I think would have been super interesting. Once we start to get to the end, it starts to get really slow. Like, the last episode specifically really slows down. I do love the John Cleese cameo, which, I mean, I love John Cleese. I like Monty Python. I like all that. But that's probably one of the youngest roles I've seen him in. And it's kind of a funny scene anyway, because when the Doctor and Romana are, like, going into the TARDIS, the Doctor, like, flips his scarf and just whacks Romana in the face. And she's like, as she's going in behind him. But still, to see John Cleese was kind of like, oh, like, that's really odd. Like, they actually got, like, a really kind of big actor to be in this little short cameo where it's just exquisite. Overall, I would say it's an enjoyable story. I really did like it. Curious what you guys think. Let me know, and I will see you guys next time for The Creature from the Pit.